Okay, we're going to try this. Lesson or book 7-6. Here's your test review for test 11. First question is, which digit is in the hundred millions place? Well, you just go from the end. I know I'm not explaining this well. Look, that's 8,000, 18,000, 500,000. Am I in the millions yet? Nope. 7,000,000, 67, 200, and ooh, there you go. So 2 is the digit in the hundred millions place. Now, what is the product of 1.5 and 0.025? Remember, when I multiply, I do not have to line up my decimals. So I'm going to, on my answer sheet, I'm just go ahead and figure it like this. So 5 times 5 is 25, put the 5 there, carry the 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. Hold my place. 2 times 5 is 10, put my 0, carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So if I add this together, I'm going to get 5, 7, 3. But now I need to count my decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4. So from the end, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer is going to be 0.0375. Now, if I look at number 2, or number 3, the question is, find the perimeter of this rectangle. Well, it only gives me the 2 measurements, but because it's a rectangle, I know that this side opposite is going to be the same, and the side opposite this one's going to be the same. So if I wanted to write out a really nice fancy mathematical sentence, I would write 24 times 2 plus 20 times 2, and then I would go ahead and figure that out. That would be 48 plus, what's 20 times 2? 40. Add that together, I have 88 what? Millimeters. Make sure you label your answers, otherwise I'm going to say 88 what? 88 feet, 88 puppy dogs, I just won't know. And the next question is find the area. So area is simply length times width. So I know from over here that 2 times 24 is 48, so 20 times 24 is just going to be 48 with that 0. Then millimeters. Millimeters what? Area squared. So you have to have 480 with your label millimeters with the exponent 2 for squared. Question number 5 says, Larry answered 30% of the questions correctly. Simply write 30% as a reduced fraction. Well, we know that 30% is the number 30 over 100. First thing I can do is I can divide by 10. So now I have 3 over 10, and guess what? That's all I can do. So 30% as a fraction is 3/10. There's my phone because I'm doing it at home. What is the sum of these 3 numbers? Well, now I have to make sure I do line up my decimals. So we're going to do 4.26 plus 0.423 plus 2. And I can say to myself, all right, that'd be 0, 0, 0. That'd be a 0. All right. Now I can add them all up. I have 3, I have an 8, I have a 6.6. So 6.683 because, why? I've lined up my decimals. They have to be lined up when to add. All right, number 7 is, what is 7 minus n, or 7 minus n equals 4.7? Well, if 7 minus something equals that, this has to be the largest number. I cannot add then, right? So now I'm going to subtract 4.7 from 7. So 7.0 minus 4.7, borrow from here, get a 10, get a 3. What's 6 minus 4 is 2, so my answer is 2.3. Okay? Number 8. Oh, just this look right here on the test. This is so easy. All right, number 8. Compare 0.60 to 0.6. Well, everyone knows that there's an invisible 0 here. So what is it? It is equal. All right? Now, write the decimal number 80 and 8/100ths. All right, so 80 and 8/100ths. We have to know that the and means the decimal. So it said 80 and what did it say? 8/100ths. So it has to end in the hundredths place. So that would be 80 and 8/100ths. Okay, see how that works? Easy peasy. This one, it simply asks on the test to round this to the nearest tenth. So all we have to know is, where is my tenth? Well, the 8 is my tenth. Now I have to round, so I have to look to my neighbor. And is 7 5 or more? Well, yes it is. So what happens to the 8? It rounds up to a 9. So 2.9 would be that answer. I went ahead and wrote the equations down as in the book. So they're asking us to add fractions, and these already have common denominators, so yay, that'll be easy. So my common denominator, my denominator is going to be 3. Oops, poor little 3 got smashed. 3. And what's 2 plus 2? That's 4. What's 3 plus 1? That's 4. That's not my answer. Why? Because this is improper. I can make this a mixed number. So I want you to think that would be like 4 plus, what is that? That would be 1 and 1/3. So your answer is actually 5 and 1/3. See how we did that? Okay, 12. Again, they gave us common denominators, which is great. So 3 is my denominator. But can I take 2 away from 1? I cannot. So I have to borrow from my whole number. Change this to a 5. And what I'm really doing is I'm adding 1, but I'm going to add 1 in the form of 3/3. So I now have 4/3. Now, can I take 2 away from 4? I certainly can. I get 2 here. 5 minus 4 would be 1. So 1 and 2/3. 13 is multiplying. When we multiply, we can cross cancel if we can. And we can, yay! 3 goes into itself once. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 4 can go into itself once. 4 can go into 8 twice. Now, multiply across. We have 1 over, what's 2 times 3? 6. So the answer is 1/6. 14. We have a missing number here, right? We have something plus 2/3 equals 1 and 1/3. This is going to be the largest number, so how are we going to figure this out? We're going to take 2/3 away from 1 and 1/3. So let's write that down. 1 and 1/3 minus 2/3. Can I take 2/3 away from 1/3? I cannot, so I'm going to change this whole number into 3/3, which makes this what? 4/3. Now 4/3 minus 2/3 would be 2/3. Okay, so far so good, right? All right, these are the easiest of them all because you don't really even have to do anything but count. When you divide by 100 and you have a decimal number, when you divide, that decimal is going to go to the left. How many places? Well, how many zeros do I have? 1, 2. So it's going to go 2 places to the left. This is 1 place. This is 2 places. So my answer would be 0.0375. It's easy as that. 16, we're going to divide 0.4 into 0.015. We want to make this a whole number. So I'm going to move this decimal over one place, which means I have to move this decimal over one place, and I'm going to line that decimal right up here. Can 4 go into the zeros? No, so I'm just going to put a 0 here. Can 4 go into 1? Nope, so I have to put a 0 here. Can 4 go into 15? Yes. How many times? 3. You get 12, and you get a 3. Add a 0 to drop. Goes in there 7 times, you get 28. Subtract that. You get a 2. Add a 0 and drop it down. Can 4 go into 20? Yes, it can. Yay, look at that. 0.0375, just like that one. Ta-da! All right, 17. 6 divided by 0.06. All right, so 0.6 goes into 6. How many times? Well, I'm going to move this over once, so I have a whole number. I'm going to move this over once, so I have this whole number. 6 can go into 6 once, to 0 times. So 6 times 10 is 60. Bam. That's our answer. All right, 18. 18 we're adding, but we do not have common denominators. And we need to have our common denominators. So 8 could be the common denominator because 4 times what is 8? 2. So 3 times 2 is what? 6 over 8. So 6 plus 1 is 7 over 8. That's our answer. Again, we have to have common denominators. This time it can't be one of these, but the easiest way to find a common denominator is just to multiply these two. So 12 can be the common denominator. What did I multiply 3 by to get 12? Well, I multiplied it by 4. So 4 times 1 is 4. What did I multiply 4 by to get 12? 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. Now I can add those together and I have 7 twelfths. And number 20. Oh, yeah, number 20 is a number line. To figure out number lines, you have to know what is that line being divided into. So let's just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're each point, well, there's going to be 0.10 altogether, right? So what is the decimal? What's the arrow pointing to? It's pointing to 3.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3.7. Ta-da! And that's it. So those are the questions, answers. Remember to label and study these, and I will see you for your test on Monday. See ya.